There are right now, to my understanding, 4 very large debates being had about the future. What do you think the 4 are? Can you add to what I consider them? That's all this is considerations, right? Mindfulness, thoughtfulness. Where it goes, what value it adds is your business, but mindfulness, interesting concept. So my 4 tops right now: deep ocean mining. We almost have to, because we're not ready to do space mining. Okay? In a relative world with an absolute we call nature and the planet itself. Sorry. So what was my first one? Climate change. It's a huge encompassing topic, because a local climate change, like an introduction of pollution into what would be a public utility, a public stream of consciousness, your drinking water supply, your energy supply, how your toilets flush, the environment, and the effects of mankind on the environment. It's a real debate. It's not a sophistry. It's not teleology, big words. So, climate change. There's one of the big debates. What's next? This is a very old debate, and it is truly an honest debate. Nuclear waste management. Nuclear waste management includes the medical industry. It includes radioactive materials in huge volumes. Fukushima Daiichi is fixing to release into the oceans. Very specific isotope is being talked about, but there are others within that mix, or things would be different, because that's how science works, and the measurements are showing the beliefs, understanding. So nuclear waste across the globe. President Obama spent billions of dollars through an agency called the NNSA to retrieve nuclear materials from across continents, mostly European and Soviet bloc nations. Over 30 tons of plutonium waste was brought to the Havana River site that's on the border of North Carolina and South Carolina, just west of the beautiful city of Aiken. You should visit sometime if you get a chance. You can have tea with mint in it, if you please. So, nuclear waste. I can go into the games and the follies underneath that, the fallout, the derivatives. That word derivatives, now the big one. What else happens? What's related to the actions involved in this? What chemicals, what waste are we ignoring because of bigger conversations? So what did I give you? I gave you climate change. I gave you nuclear waste. What's number 3? Deep ocean mining. Deep ocean mining. Right now, the United Nations is evaluating, measuring, thinking about, considering if deep ocean mining, harvesting minerals off the seabed floors, through the seabed floor. Did you know that the Gulf oil spill, what rig was that? Horizon, Deep Horizon? That was deep water mining. And the blowout preventer required by regulations failed miserably for that deep water mining exercise. Failed miserably for months. The recovery activities, the restoration activities are still ongoing. Still. So deep ocean mining. The United Nations has an organization considering the risks. Those are other videos in my series, risk analysis. Liabilities. Showing liabilities. Who did this? You'd be surprised how many times we know. So number 3 is deep ocean mining. What's number 4? What could number 4 be? Recycling itself. The lies, the filth, the harm spread about recycling. Reusing resources that we have mined from the planet matters. Making sensible use of it. Right now, the state of California has these new super whiz-bang batteries in storage. Companies, some companies, a few companies are storing them in certain places. Now there is a risk of fire with those batteries. Minor risk, big risk? Somebody knows. Somebody evaluates that. Somebody sets insurance rates based upon evaluations like that. So, recycling. Probably the single most important thing we can do. If you go look hard at a ton of iron, that's kind of a raw material that needs to be further refined for further uses, but that ton of iron, Fe, usually is a ferrous oxide, takes mining 2 or 3 tons of earth, at least. The lithium inside those batteries, a ton of lithium costs at least 5 to 7 tons to mine. A ton of uranium for a nuclear reactor takes 10 to 15 tons of raw earth to mine. So yes, recycling, that word, that big concept, that idea, that notion, that responsibility, implied and unimplied, that 10-cent refund on a plastic bottle. Hey, pieces out. The real topic was regulated, but I'm spinning on that one. Hey.